Carpe diem. Hey there, how are you doing today? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with the cryptocurrency market? Well, we're looking at this market cap. It's really huge. It's $122.6 billion. I mean, that definitely makes me happy. We got a trading volume of 4.5 billion, which, you know, yesterday we were real high, but I mean, 4.5 billion traded in the last 24 hours, that's nothing, you know, to be worried about at all. That's quite a bit there. We got a BTC dominance of 45.5, you know, and that's really not that bad considering, you know, we've added Bitcoin Cash there, which has quite a bit of, you know, value to it as the market's giving it. We got BTC coming in at $3,390. That's up 1.8%, and that's really not that bad. So it looks like we're starting to set, you know, some sideways movements, which set support lines. Hopefully, you know, now that segregated witness is locked in today, as we move forward, we'll hopefully see this BTC price climbing upwards near that 5K that everyone's been talking about, because we're definitely due for it, right? But, you know, slow, steady gains are definitely the best way to go so that we don't have those large corrections. So, you know, moving sideways at the 330, 340 mark, or 3,400 mark is, you know, it's not bad with me. Hopefully, I mean, we got lock-in today, so we got 2 weeks until segregated witness starts operating, so a nice slow climb over the next 2 weeks, you know, that sounds perfect, right? So we got Ethereum coming in at $299. That's really not that bad either. That's up 2.2%. So it's sitting right there at $300. Hopefully it's going to be getting on the other side of this. You know, as always, Ethereum has so much development happening on it that it's always pumping up the value of it. You know, they're moving forward. They got a great development team. You know, Ethereum is supposed to be the supercomputer of the future. I mean, Neo's hot on the tail of it now, but, you know, there is already so much money invested in Ethereum that it's not going anywhere. It's our number 2, right? So we got Ripple coming in at 18.2 cents. That's down 0.7%. That's nothing really. I wouldn't be concerned with it at all. It looks like we're making sideways movements then in Ripple as of yesterday and today. So I mean, at 18.2 cents, that's about standard. You know, hopefully they'll be making some gains forward. But I mean, a lot of this has to do with the Ripple that's been locked up, and I think there's supposed to be some being released here towards the end of this month. So that could have something to do with the speculation on the price and why people aren't really pumping it up that much at the moment. We got Bitcoin Cash coming in at $288. That's down 14%, so they're losing value today, definitely. We got NEM coming in at 28.8. That's up 6.5%. Hey, there we go. We gained back what we lost yesterday. We got Litecoin coming in at 47.93. That's down 1.8%, so 2%, no big deal. Hopefully it'll come back up. But, I mean, you know, we need something special going on here to get Litecoin through that $50 range. It seems to be hanging out there quite a bit. But, you know, we have always found steady value in Litecoin, and that's why we like it as our silver. So, I mean, I'm not really disappointed with it, but, you know, I always like to see my crypto grow. Force a habit, right? We got Dash coming in at 203. That's up 2.9%, so that's pretty good there. We got Ethereum Classic. They've been making sideways movements here for a while, hanging out at the $15 area. We got $15.47 right now. And we got Monero down 1.7% for 50.50. $50.50. You know, hopefully Monero is going to be making some climbs. I'm not disapproved with it here at $50. I'd like to see it getting up there to 60 next and then on to 75. You know, it'd be awesome. You know, their privacy feature is, you know, probably one of the next big things that we need in cryptocurrency. We got Zcash taking a 2.6% gain, coming in at 244. So, I mean, that's pretty good there. And it looks like we got the Steem and Steam-backed dollar splitting in separate directions. We got Steem coming in at $1.28, which is down 4.6%. And we got the Steam-backed dollar at 98 cents, which is up 4%. So, I mean, you know, I've been using the Steam-backed dollar as a way to peg the market just because it's supposed to be pegged to the buck. So, usually, most cryptocurrency I've noticed kind of move together. So, as, you know, we see the Steam-backed dollar go up and down, and telling the distance it is from, you know, the buck kind of gives me an idea of what we're looking at here with the market. So, you know, as I see it here at 95 cents, which is a gain on yesterday, I see that the altcoins and the cryptocurrency market's coming up. And also the market cap is a decent way to be able to tell this as well. See, we have an increase in the market cap of, you know, 2.7 billion from the time of my show yesterday. So what do we got when we move forward here with news on BNC? Well, I'm looking at a couple different things. You know, we got SegWit locked in. We got a 2-week waiting period. That's to get the software right, and then we'll be able to start running segregated witness code on the blockchain. You know, but with this happening, it looks like we're also looking at the beginning of the FUD starting on segregated witness 2x and, you know, the New York agreement and what's going to be happening there. I mean, it looks like we got like a 73% signaling rate right now for segregated witness 2x. But then I guess a couple days ago we had Bitcoin Core put out software updates on GitHub saying that they are going to run code that is going to segregated witness 2x code is not going to be accepted for the peer-to-peer transactions, so that'll be splitting them off from the chain. So we're not even there. It's just started. We don't even actually have segregated witness running, and we're already looking at the next bit of FUD and everything starting on whether or not we're going to be adding a 2 mega block size to segregated witness. This is going to be the debate. For us people that get out there and we buy Bitcoin and we hold Bitcoin and we're looking at it, to have immense value in the future, this is all just day drama. You just got to keep an ear to the ground to listen to it, but not become so invested with it that you get all shook up about it and you start either investing extra or investing less. You have to, continue with your long-term plan. So, just know that this FUD is going to continue. And we're looking at quite a while of it if we're already starting. We got 90 days pretty much, and it's going to escalate, of course, through the 90 days as we sit here and figure out whether or not we're going to, split our Bitcoin again, or whether or not we're just going to upgrade to a 2 mega block size. So, moving on, we also got some news here on the exchange. We got Bitstamp. As of August 17th, they're going to add Ethereum trading. They're going to do pairs in USD, Euros, and BTC. So, this is great to see, Ethereum coming on more exchanges and everything. But the next thing is that BTCE, they got shut down, all of that happened, all the money was missing, the FBI went ahead and seized a lot of their assets. They're saying that they've been fighting real hard for the last 2 weeks, trying to get their money back and, save the business and all of that kind of stuff. And we're looking at, the SEC is, fining them $110 million. They said that they were able to receive 55% of their funds back, and they're looking at wanting to try to continue business and start up an ICO as a way to get the capital back that they need to pay back the 45% that they're missing. And they said that most of that was in USD ties and stuff. And the $110 million is due to the fact that they operate on with American customers, and they're not following the American money laundering laws. So, I hate to get out there and start speculating on things, but this is an ICO that's pretty much been arrested. Now they've had their funds locked up, and they want to start an ICO and expect people to give them millions of dollars to be able to fix this situation. This exchange is asking for, 45% of its funds plus the $110 million to keep running the exchange. And then you're going to sit around and wait for a return of investment on some sort of ICO coin? It sounds like an additional layer onto some sort of massive exit scam here or something. I would be leery of the whole thing. I'm always saying don't trust the exchanges, so definitely buying into an ICO for a failed exchange is definitely not on the top of my priority list. But it's news, and I want you guys to be aware of it, that they're saying they're going to try to, issue tokens and get people back their money. They're trying to put their best foot forward, but whether or not this is just a front, a wolf in sheep's clothing, you have to be leery of things like that. Do your due diligence. If you have money invested in it that's missing, of course you're going to want to see about trying to get it back through every avenue you can, but whether or not this is the ICO to invest in, you always high risk, high rewards, right? So if you like everything that's going on here on Bitcoin and Coffee, hit that subscribe button. You probably already have, because these numbers are huge around here. We got 2,200 on Steam, and we're at like 1,650 here on YouTube. And that's absolutely wonderful. There's a free help desk service out there at eugeneforest20@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Ask me your questions. See if there's something I can't help you with if you're having problems figuring something out here in the cryptocurrency world. And as always, there's a list of tools down below. Bad Bitcoins to figure out scams. I just want to help you guys get out there into the cryptocurrency world and figure out what you're trying to figure out and get things done so that you can start moving your fiat cash over into Bitcoin and all of these altcoins so that you can start retaining some of your value so that you can watch your money grow where that's not happening. Here in America, if you take a US dollar bill and you stick it, under your mattress or in the bank, you come back to it 30 days later, it's the exact same. If you put it into cryptocurrency, you come back to it 30 days later, there's the possibility that it could be 75 cents, but there's also the possibility that you could come back and it'd be $1.50 or $2. So you have to sit there and you have to figure out, hey, how much money can I invest in this? How much do I understand this technology? What am I investing in? But investing is a way to be able to start making your money make money for you. And when that starts happening, then you can start living a richer, more fulfilled life. And that's what we're all trying to do here, is we're trying to move away from the US dollar that's been holding us back and move into cryptocurrency so that we can, enlighten our lives by being able to do the things that we want to do and have more free time to spend with our loved ones. So as always, I got donational addresses down below if you got that extra cryptocurrency to send my way. Genesis mining code if you're into that, 3% discount to help you out, help me out. And as always, get on Steemit if you're not on Steemit. They're handing out free crypto pretty much. And while you're over there, give you a chance to upvote my post. Upvoting my post is one of the best ways you can help me out. I love free cryptocurrency. And besides that, you guys, do everything kind of keep your cryptocurrency safe.